SFL Nation, welcome to episode 3 of the SFL Blitz, presenting the league's 11th season, and it starts this week in Mexico. Aztecs hosting the Vultures on Friday Night Lights. T. Roy Gaines breaking a tackle and getting Baltimore on the board. Little did they know that would be the only points they'd score all night. Just before the half, Cole Varner trying to go 3 of 3 in the first half, and he bangs that through from 43 yards away. The Aztecs take a 9-7 lead. Now up 12-7. Baltimore is driving, and Jeffrey Daggs takes advantage of a wide receiver miscue. Vultures drive, stalls out. That gives Cole Varner another opportunity. This time from 50 yards away. Varner to go 5 for 5, yes sir. 15-7, Mexico City up 8. Baltimore in the red zone. Final 30 seconds. Dazzo looking for the game-tying touchdown, and just out of reach of Gary Malone. King Wallace with the interception. We talked to Mexico City Aztecs owner and head coach Ramos Lynn after the game about Matt Wilson and Cole Varner. First about Matt Wilson. It is amazing because you know that with him it is never over. We might be down in games and he finds a way to come up in the clutch and win us ball games. There is not a throw he can't make. He can even do Hail Marys. The team rallies behind him. You can see the offensive line, running back, and receivers play better when he is in the huddle. In my eyes, he's the greatest quarterback in SFL history. Now, regarding Cole Varner, yes, no question, he is, in my opinion, already the best kicker ever. Because thanks to him, we got to the championship game, kicking 2 game-winning field goals in consecutive overtime games, and the talent is unreal. We made him the top-paid kicker because hashtag they are people too. I love special teams, and a kicker is that one X factor that can win you games. Having that safety blanket of, yes, I can get the ball to the opponent's 33-yard line and is a guarantee, is priceless. That's why he's so special. Our 2 wins this season have been, in a huge part, thanks to Varner. Now, from Mexico, out east, the Carolina Skyhawks going for a franchise-best 4-0 start. And it started in the 2-minute offense. Jacques Ulandula in a 3-3 ball game completed not 1, not 2, but 3 critical passes down the field, including this one with under a minute to go. Touchdown to Jalen Miller, 10-3 Carolina, and it was all Skyhawks after that. Early in the third quarter, third down, Diaz going backwards and out of field goal range. Excellent tackle by Shravan Prasan. As that ball is deep and picked off by Sir Chappelle, with Carolina up 13-3. Should say Shravan Prasad. Ulandula. Look at this. Dime. Right in the back of the end zone to Mark Strike. What a beautiful play. And Carolina is now in rare company. They become just the 2nd team in league history to start 4-0, winning all 4 games, scoring 24 or less points. The only other team to do that, and this took us about an hour to research, by the way, was the Season 8 Alaska Storm, who scored just 83 points over a 4-game stretch, that all 4 were wins. Now, Carolina scored 11 more points in those 4 games, but they've had actually less yardage. You can see Alaska finished 8-4 that season. How will Carolina finish? They're already 4-0. And the points per game allowed in the league that year, Alaska was first. Carolina currently sits third. And by the way, Alaska did that in their last 4 games of the season. Carolina becomes the first team to do that in their first 4 games of an SFL season. Wow. Have you ever heard of a 40 burger or a 50 burger? It's what they say when a team scores an absurd amount of points in football. Well, the SFL had plenty of 40 burgers in Week 4. We start in Buffalo. Indianapolis at Queen City. The Red Devils on the wrong end of this one. Towards the end of the first quarter, A.J. Caswell, a bullet to Chris Curtis. 16-0. The extra point was blocked. Then Ash Odom, top play nominee. Look at Odom getting loose and getting into the end zone. 23-3. Now Indianapolis finds some clarity before the end of the first half. Von Siniak with the interception, and it will be the final play of the first half. Or so they thought. One more play. 23-13. Tom Pepper's pass late in the fourth quarter is picked up by Nacho Sicario, and Queen City returns the favor. They would end up winning 40-20. Now Chicago at London. We flash forward to the second quarter where Chicago just went off. E.T. King finding his stride down the field with a couple of new receivers. King now in the second quarter up 14-0. Deep ball, wide open. No more Alex Zeli or Kendall Gilbert out there. Those are some new faces. 28-0. Nathan Lee now back in the end zone finds James Hands. What a relief for London. But the onslaught would continue for Chicago. 34-10, and now Corey Carter. Look at him go! With 10 seconds to go before the half, Chicago scored 34 points in the second quarter. That's second most out of any team in league history. Only getting bested by Atlanta's 38 a few seasons ago. Now in garbage time, London did make an effort here. Hands had over 200 yards, but Chicago would hold on to win 44-31. Now to Dallas. Atlanta at Dallas. BDG Hollywood breaking away and scoring, put Atlanta up 7-0. Then just a few minutes later, Marcus Dunhill out to Siege Falco, who's making some big splashes over the last couple of weeks in Atlanta. Now 14-0 Swarm. Oh, they're not done. Still in the first quarter, BDG Hollywood shakes off one, and he's off to the races. 21-0 Atlanta. But it wasn't all for naught. 21-3, Dallas on the move, but Synergy throws a pick. Mahmoud Ajlani, it was one of two interceptions that Atlanta had in the end zone. Second half, Dallas starts to make their push. Shabazz Synergy, who, by the way, had over 600 passing yards in this game, connects with Mike Osai, who set a league record for targets, 38 in a ball game, but too much Marcus Dunhill and too much Atlanta Swarm. They go up 35-17 there, now 45-27. Another touchdown for Dallas, but it's all a moot point. 45-34, Atlanta gets the win. Now to Tallahassee. This is a highlight reel of running backs. Jaye Inyola. Nobody touched him, and the big fella is gone. Aaron Arrington putting in some hustle, but for no gain. 10-0 Tallahassee is up, and Jay Inyola is still scoring touchdowns. His second of the game. Now 17-0. 3:35 to go in the first half, and Inyola is gone again. Is anybody going to tackle this guy? Third quarter, New Orleans makes their push. Dunk, bonkers, top play nominee. Oh, goodness gracious. That's bonkalicious. New Orleans on the board, and they're not done. A few minutes later, Bonkers does it again. Getting away, gets a key block at the end of that play, and New Orleans is only down 10. But Inyola, imposing his will, joins a collection of about 20 or so SFL players to ever rush for 300 yards in a game. He had 300 yards and 4 touchdowns, and we're about to get specific because he is your spy goat of week 4. Specifically, 316 yards, 29 carries, and 4 touchdowns for Jaye Inyola, your spy goat of week 4. When the SFL Blitz returns, we'll take a look at how a couple of top teams out towards the West Coast fared in primetime. The Blitz is back in just a bit. The SFL Blitz is presented by APM Music. For more information about the Simulation Football League, visit simulationfl.net. Back to the highlights and Friday Night Lights, where Las Vegas hosted Alaska, and with the Storm up 9-6, Max Jackson did this. What a kickoff return! Vegas, despite no offensive touchdowns in the first half, goes up at the break 13-9, but then Jason Williams, get off me, imposes his will. 16-13 Alaska now, fourth quarter. Alaska starts to do their thing. Alex Dominguez first on first down, then on third down. He is a menace. In a tie ball game too. Ron Cochran, surgical money to Jeff Como. Late touchdown here from Thomas Rahman. Pretty ball to the back of the end zone, but it wouldn't matter. Alaska wins 26-23. Hey, Alex Dominguez is eating people alive in the SFL. 14.5 sacks this season. But don't forget about another strong defensive player over the first 4 weeks of the season. St. Louis's Colin Douglas, 21 tackles, 4 interceptions, which is among the highest of the leaderboard. He's got 3 tackles for loss, which is number 1 amongst corners, and also has 6 passes defended. So Colin Douglas, very well rounded through the first 4 games. One of the biggest reasons why St. Louis is 2-2. But Alex Dominguez right now is running away with Defensive Player of the Year nominees with 14.5 sacks. 14.5 sacks in 4 games. The guy is just unbelievable. Well, from unbelievable success to shocking failure through the first 4 weeks of the season. Tulsa at Houston, no score. First quarter, Kentez Johnson on the money, right over the top of the defense. That is Badir Ajlani for the Houston touchdown. 10-0, and Michael Martin gifts a score to Ryan Michaels, who gets another pick 6 added into his career. 17-0 now. Martin down the field finds Stephen Bush, who breaks a tackle and scores eventually. Tulsa now down just 10, but Warren Murray's healthy, and the Hyenas would be strong in this night. This was Tulsa's best opportunity. 24-17, they're down, and Kanye Rockefeller gets a pick. But on the ensuing possession, Martin on a third down and 13 is picked off by Michaels, and Tulsa was never the same. 30-17, Houston gets the victory. Houston plays Tallahassee this week in a 5-star matchup. The 5th time these two teams will meet, the 3rd time they will meet in the regular season. A couple of key differences. Houston is ranked 12th in rushing offense and points per game allowed, whereas Tallahassee is 1st. And you look at that record in their last 20 regular season home games, period. Tallahassee is 20-0. They're also at home in this matchup, and no team in this rivalry battle has ever lost at home. From Texas to Canada, let's check in on how Vancouver did hosting Sioux Falls. And boy, did they sure play their guts out on defense. 3rd and goal from the 1, they get a stop. Julian Tyree this time, back corner of the end zone. What a beautiful ball to Riley Porter. Didn't drop that one. 10-0 Sioux Falls. Cade Stevens get those toes in. He was in bounds. 10-7. But here again, Vancouver getting another stop inside the 10-yard line. Tyree's pass is actually picked off there. 10-7 again, back of the end zone. That pass ruled incomplete, so it results in a field goal. 13-7 towards the end of the 3rd. Another field goal forced on a sack. 16-10. Finally, Sioux Falls gets some separation on Vancouver. What a run from Colin Hart. But look at those offensive numbers. 417 to 164. Still, Sioux Falls takes care of business. 18 minutes more time of possession. Oklahoma City hosting Denver. And this game was all about the last 15 seconds of the second quarter. This field goal good for Oklahoma City, but they took it too early. 6-6. Put it in the hands of B.J. Armstrong and watch him work. Armstrong gets away from everybody. And Oklahoma City was never the same. 13-6 Denver, now to the third. Josh Miller heating up. He's having a great season under Jeremy Vega. That's a touchdown catch to go up 20-6, now 20-9. Backcourt of the end zone, Giacomo Jones. Beautiful ball. Denver would win 34-16. And Oklahoma City, despite the loss, gets into the Fan Night Game of the Week category for the first time this season against the rising Atlanta Swarm. Both teams are 2-2. It's the first meeting ever between Atlanta and Oklahoma City. If you recall, the two teams were in a battle in the last game of the season to get that final playoff spot, and Oklahoma City was able to do it thanks to an Atlanta loss over Mexico City. Yards per game, Atlanta is second, believe it or not. Despite having a poorish offense over the last couple of seasons, Oklahoma City's fallen to 6th. How about the pass defense ranking? Atlanta is 21st, and we know that Deacon Nickens can light it up. Oklahoma City's not much better, just 17th. Monday night, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. It's SFL's Fan Night Game of the Week on Twitch.tv. And that brings us, of course, to the moment we all wait for every single week. It's the top 10 plays of week number 4. Here we go. Number 10, fullbacks kill people too.
Like this 3rd down and goal. Cochran hands the ball off to Williams. Trucks over the defender and into the end zone for the touchdown. Alaska Storm reclaiming the lead.
Ouch, that poor man. They had him stopped, and then Jason said, no, sit down, sir. Watch it. They got him right there.
Oof.
Nope.
Oof. Cameron Irvine attempting to make the tackle. Almost had him stopped and just got plowed.
Number 9, Red Devils find redemption.
Seconds as Caswell snaps the ball, looking near side, and Smickoff, and off to the races. Goodbye, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, pick 6, Von Senyuk. Indianapolis back in the game. Put it on the board, defensive touchdown.
That's just an ill-advised play call here. Why would you do this? The half is about to end, and then you just throw a duck like this. But not only that, look at Senyuk. Absolutely just shredded that receiver there. Have you ever seen a receiver eat dirt so hard? Well, I have. Senyuk just did it.
Number 8, Atlanta's D in the clutch.
Center
Not
D
just once.
Stands, fires in the pocket, picked off. Atlanta takes it away right at the last second. It was a dangerous throw as he was getting hit, and the interception is made there.
But twice.
And that's why we are now owners of different teams. Firing, oh, and there's a dangerous ball there to the back of the end zone, and it's picked off. Atlanta takes another one away. This time it's Mahmoud Ajlani with his 4th pick of the season.
Number 7, Inyola joins rare company. Damon Simeon taken away.
To Inyola, and Mr. Disrespectful breaks another tackle, and he's out to the races to the 10, and he's in the end zone with his 4th touchdown today, and the Tallahassee Pride has just put a fork in this thing.
Well, put your fours up, folks. 4th quarter, 4th touchdown for Jay Inyola. Let's look at it again. Speaking of eating, have some big eats here. Lunch, dinner, he eats it all. There he goes. Out of here again.
Number 6, a dime for a Klein's birthday, that is. Ulandula going to the end zone. Touchdown! What a catch! What a catch by Mark Strike. That was beautiful.
Well, Mark Strike has strike in his name, but that was a strike by Lulandula. Absolute trust in his wide receiver there. Delivers a laser, and he's covered one-on-one, and he just trusts his receiver, Strike, to go and get that ball, and delivers it right on the numbers.
Number 5, Armstrong flips the script.
Returning to the 25, a spin move. Down the right sideline, breaks through a tackle. B.J. Armstrong across the 40. He's gonna go. B.J. Armstrong makes Oklahoma City pay for the questionable decision, and the Denver Night Wings score.
Wow. Returner, no doubt about that.
Didn't see that happening.
Number 4, Odom getting skinny with it.
I don't know, but here's Ash Odom again, and he's going through everybody. Nobody can bring it down. He's going to go through into the end zone. Put it on the board. Ash Odom, are you serious?
And the answer is yes, he is serious. Seriously going to take over this game. Let's look at it again. Right here. Perfect blocks, perfect separation, absolutely touched by everyone, and yet can break everything brought his way.
Number 3, 3 in a row. It's got to be Max.
And spins around to the right, and there we go, right on cue, down past midfield, past the kicker to the 40, the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. There it is, touchdown, Max Jackson and the Las Vegas Fury, and they take the lead as time expires to head into the half.
As the great Stephen Mullen should say, I almost jumped out of my chair, which is impossible, but I almost did. I believed I could fly for a second.
Well, I think Max Jackson can fly 3 weeks in a row
my God, look at those spins.
Kick returns for a touchdown.
Number 2, Bonkers cracks top plays again.
Into Bonkers, he got open field and makes a man miss, makes another miss, and he got open daylight to the 40, the 30. No one's going to catch him. Give him 6. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, forget what I said earlier. They went back to Bonkers, and he just went absolutely berserk. Let's look at it again. Here we have him just go up the middle. 1, 2, 3, wait, 4 man missing on that play. Look at that. Just absolute demolition.
Number 1, the GOAT,
Wilson
maybe so.
Steps up in the pocket. Wilson across his body.
What a throw! That's what Hall of Famers are made of! First down to Mike Daggs!
Oh my goodness! How many times, Cam, we've seen a quarterback throw against his body like that and it be an interception? The lefty with the strength going to his right, throwing to his left, and delivers a dime to Daggs. Wow!
That's an all-time play. That may be
That's
number
a top
1.
hitter.
That may be number 1 for the whole year. The SFL Blitz presents your top 10 plays from Week 4. Don't forget, SFL Nation, if you want to see your player highlighted, make sure to participate in the Bits Give Back program. Highlight videos are just around the corner as we're getting photo galleries and all sorts of good stuff set up on the back end. Your player can be highlighted like very few others, thanks to Bits Give Back. The SFL Blitz has been a presentation of the SFL Network on YouTube. Week 5 just around the corner, and we'll see you back here next week for another edition of the Blitz.